Good evening, friends. It's Cynthia McBride, the pastor at First Christian Church in Portland, Oregon. How's your day been? I've been out in the world responding to a little crisis, a need. I was also blessed to see a bit of nature today. Ended up at Multnomah Falls. What a gorgeous place. An amazing gift from God for our world, for Oregonians to cherish as a treasure. It's the fourth week of Lent. It's Thursday evening. And last night, Wednesday, March 18th, my congregation, First Christian Portland, was supposed to host a downtown ecumenical service for friends from other congregations. But with the spread of corona, that wasn't going to happen. During Lent, my congregation has been sharing together a Lenten devotional called For the Beauty of the Earth by Chalice Press. I've got it right here. It's a great little book. We're really enjoying reading together reflections. Each week focuses on a different aspect of nature and how we are connected with God, the divine creator, during the season of Lent. Last week, the third week of Lent, the focus was about water, seas and oceans and rivers. I found myself thinking of that today when I was listening to waterfall, rushing streams, pouring towards the Columbia River. And I was thinking about how many times I've washed my hands lately. I was thinking about doctors and nurses and custodians and restaurant workers and how people are washing their hands so often that they get tired, maybe even rubbed red and raw a little bit. But I've also been thinking about God's love that flows over us in abundance, like a gentle stream, bringing life and hope. I'm sure that you're washing your hands a lot too. When you do, I encourage you at some point to take time to think about how precious the gift of water is, how it connects us with all creation. If you're a Christian, remember the gift of your baptism. If you were immersed, think about that day when you went under the baptismal waters, or if you were baptized as a baby, sprinkled as an infant. What stories did your family tell of that day, that gift of water, that sign of covenant promise? If your family's from another faith tradition, perhaps there's a ritual involving water for you too. Sometime when you have time and you have a reason to wash your hands thoughtfully, carefully, I invite you to think about people who have to walk a long ways to get water, or people who might not have clean water to drink. Think about what a precious gift it is, what a privilege it is to be able to wash our hands clean, to have hope and life. Think about light that shines in the darkness of your life, that gives you hope. And the ways in which hope and love can wash away fear. Think about those things, and perhaps something else too. Perhaps when you're taking care of your own hands, you'll find that maybe they remind you of someone else's hands. Maybe Maybe someone else's hands who do the same kind of work that you do, or the hands of a carpenter or a quilter. My hands remind me of my mother. I've always had kind of short, round fingers. But as I've aged, I've realized that my hands look a lot like my mom's. Same shape and a few age spots starting. My mom's not with me anymore, but her hands worked really hard. For 82 years, her hands took care of children, created art, baked bread, washed clothes and pulled weeds and cleaned house, wrote letters. Her hands are precious to me now. Whose hands are precious to you right now in your life? Think about that as you wash your hands. And then perhaps also think about how God's hands are holding all of us right now to take care of us. As you reflect on water and hands, hand washing, may the light of Christ, the light of the holy in your life as you know it, bring you hope and new life. May you be blessed, dear ones, with peace. Amen.